Hey guys, this is Eve with Scrapbooking with Me, and I wanted to show you something today that we're going to be starting on tomorrow. We will be starting on a mini album / travel notebook tomorrow, but I wanted to go ahead and show you the cover that I made. This is a very flexible cover, as you can see, but it will hold up under anything. I mean, even if you get it wet, it's going to be nice because I have covered it with Collage Podge. Now, if you don't know what that is this right here. I use this instead of Mod Podge. I don't like Mod Podge because the Mod Podge leaves your surface tacky, whereas this does not. This does not leave the surface tacky at all. Nothing sticks to it. No dust will stick to it, any kind of thing. So that's what we're going to be using. But I'm going to show you from step 1 all the way through how to create this and have it ready to put our pages in. And then what we're going to do, I've had so much interest expressed since I talked about dyeing papers. I've had tons and tons of interest expressed on showing everybody how to dye your papers and that kind of thing. So we're going to be dyeing some papers. This is just some scrap paper that I had, and I'll show you what kind of paper it is when we get started on that tomorrow. And I have just sprayed it and dyed it, and as you can see, it has a really pretty shine to it. If you don't want the shine, you can use sprays without shine or other kind of things. I'm going to show you different ways. Distress ink, sprays, just lots of different things and ways to dye your paper to make it look more vintage. So there's another one. And then this is one that I used for just a backdrop when I was creating the cover. So I'm going to use this one even though it's got that. I love papers like this. Now my granddaughter dyed some for me. This is one that she did. She did some dyeing for me. I put them in the floor, put a big old box down, and put some things there, sprays and different things, and give them paper, and they go to town. They love it. And see, these will be good in your travel notebooks because it'll be good to write on, but yet it has a little bit of color so you don't have that stark white background there. And then there's one that they did. And yes, a lot of these are folded. It's some papers that I had folded up, but that doesn't bother me because probably what I'm going to use is just going to be a portion of it anyway. I'll fold them over and use them like that, so that's fine with me. And then there's one that we have dyed. So we're going to be doing that, and this is kind of what we'll be creating. This is one of my traveler's notebooks, and I'm not going to show you everything in it because some of this stuff is a little bit personal, but I did put a little pocket here on the front, put document, got some things tucked away in there. This is starting our summer vacation of 2018, and I put little photos and things down like that. I print little photos off and put them down that way. Now my handwriting is not the best in the world, but that's okay because this is my journal. I'm writing my memories in here and putting that kind of thing, so that's all right. If your handwriting is not great, don't worry about it because it's yours. You're the one that's going to be looking back on it. Then I made these 2 pages into a little pocket, so I've got that. I did some sprays on this and inked it up. Then we'll be going on to this one. I'll show you how I kind of work on that and print out my little photos. There's some little photos that I printed out to go on here. So I'll show you how to do all of that. But mainly we'll be working on starting this tomorrow, so make sure you tune in. Now today what I'm going to do, and like I said, I'm going to start this one tomorrow from start to finish. As you can see, it's got a butterfly in there. It's got a gear right there, a gear right there, butterfly, gear, butterfly, and then another gear. And I love how flexible it is. And this is chipboard, believe it or not. But we're going to put a little bit of a whitewash on this. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to spray a little bit of water right here. And then I'm just going to dip my brush in it. I dipped my brush in gesso first. I'm going to dip my brush in that water. I'm going to move this out of the way. Get some of the things. My desk is a mess. I've got to clean my desk off so that I can be able to share all this with you guys. Okay, see, I've got it really milky, and that's what I want, because I'm just going to go over this real lightly with a whitewash. And the reason I just want to do a whitewash is because it's kind of got dark. My granddaughter and I sprayed it together, and it kind of got a little bit dark for me, so I want to whitewash it just to bring a little bit of that color back in. I'm going to put a little bit more. This time I'll make it a little bit thicker, because I want to be able to see those gears pop up. See how they pop when I put a little bit of white gesso on there? That's what we want to see right there. So you can always go over anything with gesso, and I could even go completely over this with gesso and start over if I wanted to. But I don't want to start over because I love it. I love the cover. I just wanted a little bit of extra white on there so that all of my little pieces here are going to show up. And if you put a little bit too much gesso down, you just go over it with a baby wipe, take some of it back off. So we'll put a little bit more down here. And a little bit more water. I love my glass mat for this. I don't have to drag out anything else. Just use that. Brushing over it. I used to dry brush in the beginning. Alright, now to me that's a little bit too much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my baby wipe and I'm just going to go over it very lightly and pull some of that back off. In some areas I'll press it down harder than others just to get some of that white off of there. As you can see, that is very, very pretty. So, and I brought some of that light back to the top, and that's what I wanted. That's kind of what we started off with. So then I'm just going to flip it to the inside. I did the inside of this too, and I'm just going to use the baby wipe, and I'm going to dip it in the paint, and then just kind of wash over it with the baby wipe. Just want a little bit in here because most of this is going to be covered, so I'm not going to worry about it. And I'm just wiping up that I had on my mat and using that part. And if I wipe across this way, since these are kind of standing up, I'm going to get that effect. So there we go. We have got that ready. I'm just going to set that aside and let it dry. And then we'll come back tomorrow. I'll show you how to make this cover right here. It's made very, very simple. You can use products that you have at home. You can use chipboard, light chipboard. You can use cereal boxes. What I used was a craft board, and it's just a flexible craft board from Cricut. I used that. So cereal boxes will be fine, anything like that. So, and it makes a really, really nice flexible cover. Then we're going to use some of our sprayed papers to put some different signatures in here. So we'll be putting signatures in. We'll be putting a little chain on here with some charms hanging on it. Just lots of different things that we're going to do in here. We're going to make some pockets. You know, different pockets like this that I did on here. We'll make some of those. We'll make some different pockets to hold some memorabilia. We're just going to do tons of things. We're going to put this mini album together starting tomorrow. So tune in tomorrow and we'll get started on this. So just drag out your cereal boxes, your scrap chipboard, whatever. Drag out your inks, your sprays, any of your sprays that you have sitting around that you haven't used in a while. Drag out anything that has color on it, watercolor markers, anything like that, and be ready. And we're going to get started on this tomorrow. So we will talk to you guys tomorrow. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and when that little bell pops up, click that bell so that you'll be notified when we put up new videos, because we're going to do this. This is what our project's going to be next week. We're going to start it off and we'll do as much as we can in one day, and then we'll go on to the next days and just continue this project all the way through. All the measurements, everything will be free to you. I will try to do PDFs and templates on everything, and it'll all be free to you. You don't have to pay for any of it. So make sure that you tune in, and we will talk to you guys later. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.